So during the budget agreements, they had a deal, and part of the deal was they were going to cut from the Defense Department about $500 billion. Now, the Republicans signed off on that deal. Now that they're about to actually do it, well, they don't want to keep their part of the bargain. They already cut from the poor and the middle class. They're like, yeah, let's do that again, instead of taking away from the defense contractors. So John McCain is going to go out there and try to scaremonger on this and say, oh my God, our defense is going to be depleted. Really? How? Well, let's try to find out.
You have said that sequestration would be devastating. Give me a list of why.
Well, first of all, it's on top of another $460 billion that already is being cut. Second of all, it's the view of Secretary Panetta and our uniformed leaders who have used words like devastating, impossible to carry out our national security challenges, meet those security challenges, the most graphic terms they have used as to the effects of these cuts, and not to mention the job losses, the over 1 million jobs that would be lost, and the billions of dollars also in defense industry. So it's a very serious situation. Call us together and avoid these cuts, which, again, that Secretary Panetta said would be devastating to our national defense.
In other words, Panetta. The Democratic Secretary of Defense said it too. Oh, really? The Secretary of Defense thought that he should have more money rather than less money in his budget. Shocking. And of course, Panetta was over the top too. He's like, oh my God, we're going to run out of bullets. We're going to run out of sailors for the boats. Well, is that true? Well, I'm going to explain that to you and show it to you in the numbers. But first, if you think that's over the top, watch Senator Kelly Ayotte from New Hampshire go way over the top.
It means nearly 1 million jobs in the defense industrial base, but as Senator McCain has said, our Secretary of Defense has said essentially we'd be shooting ourselves in the head if we go forward in this, hollowing out our force, jeopardizing our national security.
Shooting ourselves in the head! Oh my God, if you don't give all the money to Raytheon and Lockheed and Boeing, we commit national suicide. Come on, you sellouts. All you care about is your contributions from the defense contractors and the money you guys get from your revolving door. And 1 million jobs lost. Even the CEO of Raytheon said, people are making this out like it's the end of the world. It's like, it's not the end of the world. It's a small cut. Of course he's right. The only amazing thing is that he admitted it. So let me show you. So in 2013, it would be a $55 billion cut. Over 10 years, it would be a $500 billion cut in the Pentagon. Oh, devastating. Now they've cut more from the middle class already. They've cut more from the poor already. So let's look at a sense of scale. Now, is that a lot of money, right? First of all, it makes it sound like we're going back to 1876. We won't have a Navy. But we won't have sailors for the Navy. We can't even afford bullets anymore. We'll have to reload our muskets. You know what the Pentagon budget would go back to? A little over the amount that they had in 2006. So in 2006, they had $467 billion in the budget. When we were in the heat of the Iraq War, the Afghanistan War, and we were increasing Homeland Security, et cetera, $467 billion. And now it would be, after the cuts, $469 billion. Oh my God! Okay, yeah, I know, shoot ourselves in the head. You know, in 2006, we had 161,500 troops in combat. In 2013, we're projected to only have 68,000 troops in combat. So we had more troops in combat then. We were in the middle of more wars then. And now we'll have even more money than that. Oh my God, the defense, there'll be no bullets left. Now, what's their real motivation? Did you know that since September of 2001, when we got attacked and they started the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq, the top defense contractors' industry profits have quadrupled? I wonder what their motivation is. I can't quite tell. What are their current profits? For 2010, the defense industry, latest numbers we have, $25 billion, not in revenue, in profits. $25 billion in profits. And then they give a nickel and a dime to these cheap-ass politicians and buy them super easy, so that they can go out there and scare the living crap out of you about how your head's going to get blown off unless you pay the bribe and give all of your money to the defense contractors and not to your kids who want to get an education, right? So how do they do that, by the way? I was talking about the revolving door. Well, John McCain, that same John McCain you saw, hired this woman named Ann Elise Sauer, who used to work for Lockheed. Really, a defense contractor. Now she's on the Senate Armed Services Committee deciding whether Lockheed gets contracts or whether we do sequestration that they were referring to and cut the Pentagon a little bit. And she says, shockingly, no, we shouldn't cut it. We should give more to the defense contractors. Now, why is she saying that? Not only did Lockheed pay her in the past, as a retirement package, when they knew she was going over to the government to make these decisions, they gave her $1.6 million. $1.6 million in legalized bribery. Now, she seems like a lovely woman, but who's going to turn down $1.6 million? Do you know how many excuses you'd make in your own head if somebody was going to give you $1.6 million to funnel contracts to them? You say, wow, look, you know what? We need the Pentagon. We need the budget. And I used to work at Lockheed. There's a lot of good guys. There's Bob there, and Sally's a great girl. And God, you know, it saves jobs, million jobs, million jobs. By the way, million jobs number is totally fake. That's all the jobs that are in the defense industry. We think just because we cut it by a tiny percentage, you're going to lose all of those jobs? That's a lie. But you get to tell yourself all these pretty little lies if they pay you $1.6 million to do that. And you think those senators don't know they got an even bigger payday coming from them, for them, if they play ball. And if they don't play ball, well, then you don't get that money. And that's how our system has been corrupted. And that's why they cry and scream bloody murder when you got to cut the defense contractors even a tiny little percentage. Because they don't give a damn about you. They care about the corporations that now totally own our government.